Okay, so here we are on the. We're very much on the bank of the Thames.
Yep.
Just quickly, if there's a bit of wobbliness to this, we're learning very quickly. Tripods not appreciated in the City of London.
Not at all loved.
No, this is the thing. They're absolutely fine with us filming, but tripods just seem to be. No.
Mind you, they've been very polite about it.
That's because we have also been very polite.
This is the trick.
And that's, as a flaneur, the trick is to be able to, let's say, it's better to ask forgiveness than for permission.
Yes.
So we are just very apologetic, and then we move on, or we sort of insert it. So,
Glossary term.
4. Yes.
So, dragon. Dragon is the term we use when we both want to agree that this is part of the piece is something we are very happy with and feel that whilst it may adapt and evolve, its premise and its content is something we're probably going to use in a performance piece.
I think that, again, it's about creating a common language, which was, again, sort of, I think it's more an idea, again, of an aesthetic, that going, really, if I agree with the idea, and then you agree with the idea, it's probably going to happen. But we were like, this is the agreed mode of just going, and just subtle, sort of. And I think actually the nice thing is we took it very seriously.
Oh,
I mean, there's the opportunity to go, dragon, no. It's like, no, dragon.
There we go.
So yes,
dragon. Started, that was the very first word. That was our very first word of theatre language.
It was, yes.
We came up wandering to the pub. Hi, Lynn. Speaking of Lynn,
okay. As we keep saying, we are flaneurs, and that was an idea that we had from the very beginning. And when it was pre-pitch, we were creating the pitch, weren't we? Before we had it in and we were talking to Lynn, and I said, we're going to be flaneurs, because I taught you that term, which was good.
we teach each other a lot of things. Praxis, Tom, praxis. We teach each other by doing things.
Essays. Okay, so what happened is I said, we're going to be flaneurs, and Lynn, in her way, went, I hope you're not going to have a tortoise.
You realise Lynn's marking mistake.
Absolutely. Hi, Lynn. We do it with affection and love. You are great.
We adore you.
Rachel Smith, who from last year, sends her love. See? So, we got a tortoise. And now, as a flaneur, to truly appreciate the city on the whole, you would travel with a tortoise on a leash. We decided not to put a leash on the tortoise because we thought that would be slightly cruel and would allow the tortoise to travel at its own speed.
But what we did do is go to the zoo.
We went to the zoo and we got to see some Galapagos tortoises where we learned... do you want to get the facts?
So a tortoise, interesting facts about tortoises, because that's what we were gathering most of the time. Interesting fact, a Galapagos tortoise occasionally needs some calcium in its diet. Now, every now and then, it also needs a clean. So, it will stretch its neck up, all the way up, and then a bird will come down and clean away the dead skin. Now, because the tortoise occasionally needs the calcium, it will wait for the bird to get underneath its neck, and then simply drop and crush the bird and devour it whole. Galapagos tortoises, the symbol of broken bird. But
and again, the sort of the terror thing of going birds crushed by tortoises. This began a long experience of other animals wanting to eat us.
Yes,
something we're going to get to later. So yes, the tortoise. Again, the tortoise we decided was not named. In the show. However, I think we both kind of agreed
on this.
When Falls the Shadow did a creative response, their thing was they were like, oh, the tortoise isn't named, at which the tortoise got very offended and said, I do have a name, it's Ophelia. So our tortoise was acting. This is Ophelia. She is a lady tortoise and she loves you.
So that's the answer to the question, what's the gender of the tortoise? A major part of our show. Now, the other part of our show, as flaneurs and wandering storytellers, we very much took on the idea of the vagabond and had with us a box. This is obviously not the real box, as stated earlier.
Because, oh Jesus Christ, that box!
That box had a huge influence on us as performers, struggling, let's be honest.
Yes.
The box was exceptionally heavy and exceptionally cumbersome, and transporting it across various parts of London, from Golders Green to Swiss Cottage, from Swiss Cottage to Plaistow, from Plaistow to Hackney, from Plaistow to everywhere, Peckham, everywhere, was a very interesting part of our bonding process as a company.
It was.
Shifting the box, working out what we were going to do with it, where we're going to take it.
Also, as flaneurs, it slowed us down. We were able
significantly.
I don't know how much of the surrounding area we were truly able to appreciate, but we travelled at a tortoise's pace.
My God, the rope burns. Now, the box was very significant in the show. Originally, and the very first thought we had was to fill it with props and then let the audience pick some props out of it, and then we construct a story around this. This got ditched in favour of the box being completely empty. Now, Tom's going to tell you the story of how that happened.
Okay, that came about because, again, we were thinking, well, practically, it's heavy enough as it is, and secondly, we spent so much time just going, oh, we're not sure. Interesting thing, another feedback session we had where we were pitching the show. Lawrence panicked when asked the question, what's going to be in the box? He went, everything.
And also nothing.
At the same time. So ultimately it was decided that having spent so much time making the box so important, a scene where we finally decide to open the box and the box is empty, not only works for it, but also for the existentialism that we were going for.
Yeah. That was, for a time, our major post-modern element.
Yes, this sort of the... Again, as we said, we're going to talk about this when we talk about influences, but the sort of the Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead for 2015. So yes, the box we spent a lot of time trying to decide where we were going to get a box.
Yeah,
we were going to make one.
Well, that was, we were told this might be a bad idea, and we listened to the people who knew how to use saws, because
we know.
Two dyspraxics, saws.
We were also
nails.
told, good luck trying to get your hands on any
crafting space.
Yeah.
That was not going to happen.
No.
So in the end, we got my mum's old Girl Guide box.
That was the thing, that we kind of like, we're not sure what to do. And I think it was just your mum going, why don't you just use my box? And we're like, oh. So...
Amusingly, my mum is about 5 foot tall, and I've gained a whole new level of respect for her strength, carrying that thing on her own.
Again, we had a whole thing about going, do we paint it? Do we... No, because the box is old, stained, mildewy.
Yeah.
And so, again, it's one that, it wasn't a pleasant experience, but it's an experience...
necessary.
Yes, an experience. We kind of were able to improve and transcend by carrying that box around. And so as we said, we decided yesterday that Lawrence was like, do I have to bring the box? No, should I bring the box?
Yeah.
That was it.
Should I? Not do I have to. Should I?
And the look on his face, I just went, no. But I would like an avatar of the box. And again, Lawrence, long pause, was like, I'll see what I can do. So
I have spent hours at home working out how to do this. So I'm quite happy with it.
We even talked about, for a time, having our tickets be little boxes. But
this took me 20 minutes to make, which probably says more about my crafting skills than the difficulty of the box.
Okay, so
the last thing we should say is our return from the empty box to the more full box, and the interesting effect that had. So the box as an empty box became central to the piece, was a major part of the narrative. It was a constant presence. Now, by filling it with objects, as we did in the last set of performances, and using it as an actual box, it was diminished in importance, but increased in practical use, which was quite an interesting thing to think about.
It became sort of like a through line, because the thing was that the box had stuff in it, but didn't have as much as it should have. And that, again, became an important thing, that for the characters to keep going back to the box and expect, sort of, again, to have the lacuna, the absence of whatever was in that box. A lacuna that spread to the rest of the show. Yeah.
It became a major describer of the absence of the third character that was something we discovered was present all the way through. So, moving on.
Yes.
Off we go.